Coming to the author Nirbhay, in your recently published book about ESG and CSR strategies for career success and corporate responsibility, according to you, I'm interested to ask this question for the benefit of the upcoming or budding CSR professionals or want to be ESG professionals. What are the current challenges for people and their career in the CSR or ESG currently, and what kind of talent this sector needs in the next decade?
Yeah, thanks so much, Dr. asking for that. I think I am someone who really evolved over the time. Maybe someone who has seen me growing from a not-for-profit to corporate to CSR to ESG. So that's where my trajectory has been. What I really noticed is that I think while I know it's true for every other profession, it's also true for the CSR, sustainability, ESG profession as well. Learning is constant. It's a process that one really need to adopt. One thing for the CSR professionals, charity will not pay you in long term. I'll repeat this. Charity will not pay you in the long term. What really pays you is about how do you really create that shared value for the company, to the community where you belong to, and to the people that specially employs, what kind of value addition that you are bringing onto the table for sure. So therefore, there is extremely pressure. Today, you have got young graduates, management graduates who can really replace you instantaneously. That's really true. You've got technology tool that can replace your program management skills. You have an young graduate who can take your place in terms of program management. You have got a board which is already 10 years old in management of the CSR program. So therefore, what next? I would see for CSR professional, ESG as the next stepping stone. And there's no compromise and there is no second thought, and there is no better career path than being an ESG professional. So what does it mean? The 2-3 things that I would like to speak here. There's a pressure on being transparent in your approach for sure. You really need to be create that you really created an impact with your investments. I use an investment. I'm not using a compliance for a reason, because today board has taken an approach and an approval on the shoulders of a CSR professional to do a community investment to make an impact. So therefore, it is time that you need to prove the impact. It's not just about intention. It's time you need to prove the impact and prove those intention to reality. So therefore, be transparent, be vocal, and share stories of change that you are really brought in. The second big thing that I'll speak about it, robust reporting and measurable outcomes is really, really critical. Today, it's no more that I publish my annual report, I have an action plan. Yes, those are things that I really need to do it. It's as a compliance fact. Those are matter of compliance for me. But unless I build robust reporting and measurable outcomes, no one is going to listen to me. So therefore, these are essential in terms of if you really want to evolve yourself as a CSR into an ESG professional. So where did I see this? So what really triggered me to write this book? It's more about looking at skill diversification in reality. Beyond your CSR and the community programs, it's time that CSR leaders adopt to the CSR as a strategy. You need to enhance your skill set to how do you really bring, there's a Harvard which is called creating shared value. How do you really bring value to the investment that you're really doing in terms of community? So therefore, it's all about expertise, being a professional from its pure community programs into strategy, I would say community, and of course, I would say change management. So that's how I put it. And today, when I say that I have really brought in the new book, ESG and CSR, the idea was about how a CSR leader today can leapfrog into an ESG professional. What are those strategies that they really can adopt to it? What kind of global case stories are available to adopt when you are reporting something or you are adopting to some of the robust practices? Pick up those learning. And of course, that we are moving from a generic CSR report to ESG reporting. How do we really look at Indian context and Indian business itself? Because today you have got most of the public listed companies are adopting to BRSR reporting. So you are already moved away from your CSR to BRSR. Maybe tomorrow, while it made mandatory for 5,000 companies, who knows? The way we had CSR being a more compliance, to now it's becoming a mandatory. Tomorrow you might have BRSR report that comes across to you. So don't wait for the things to come overnight. Be prepared, have your skills diversified in terms of leadership, strategy, communication, and of course, be ready to be change yourself and adapt to the change management. The early, the better to trigger yourself into the next trajectory of the growth.
That's wonderful.